you had just posted an old Facebook post from 2014 where you were talking about kind of reverse manifesting this notion
Mm,
into being of, a lot of things that you had said you no longer wanted to do were happening in your life at that point back in 2014. So you said,
yeah.
quote, on Facebook, for the record, I'm not interested in having a wildly successful play that tours the world, make lots of money, and gives us the freedom to do all kinds of art, big and small. And then you said in your caption to this
Mhm,
throwback post, exactly 1 year later, I wrote the first draft of the Thanksgiving play. So take me
mhm.
back to that point. Like, where did this play come from beyond just sort of dealing with the white liberals in your life? Like, where did
Yeah.
the idea come from?
Yeah. I was trying to find, honestly, trying to find a way into whiteness that that
Yeah.
was that was ubiquitous, right? Like something that everybody in America could understand. So, I went through Columbus Day, which we do talk about in the play. I went through Fourth of July. I went through a lot of different things, and Thanksgiving just so many of our holidays like Christmas and Easter or whatever are denominational. So I didn't want to do that. So I was trying to find the widest possible audience, and Thanksgiving just seemed to fit the bill as far as having such well known. I mean, many of these other holidays have actually really specific ties to Indigenous history and culture here in this continent, but
Uh-huh.
Thanksgiving is the one that I think most people just knew that we know there's something there, and that we should be
Yeah.
talking about, but we don't know how to do it. So that's where I really just found that and started with that, and then I was really in I'm in the nonprofit, very liberal nonprofit world. I was doing a lot of at that time. This is pre-pandemic, lots of EDI training that I was actually part of. Taking these trainings and learning how to the new lexicons that sometimes I was just like, wow, people, we're spinning ourselves in circles to say the right word
Right.
and not offend anybody, but we're not actually then doing any, we're not going anywhere. We're just sitting here spinning in circles and we're not
Yeah.
getting
The
anything
intent's
done.
not there. It's all linguistic, but it's not, there's no
Yeah,
intent behind it or no, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No heart.
yeah, exactly. No, no, that's exactly, yeah. And it was just kind of making me crazy because I'm like, well, just, make a mistake and do something.
Yeah.
And so with all that together, I was like, well, where does, in my head, I was like, well, where does all this start? And I was like, well, it really starts with childhood, right? And if we're talking about Thanksgiving and how we deal with other folks and how we portray ourselves, et cetera, it all starts with childhood. And so I started doing research into education and Thanksgiving, and then my mind was blown. I had no idea about all these pageants. They're still being done today, and these
Yeah.
songs and horrible things we have children doing today in very, all over the country, not just in weird isolated places, like
Yeah.
everywhere. And so, I was really shocked. So then I was like, okay, how do I weave all this together? And, I wrote the first draft in 10 days at a retreat in Ireland. And it felt, I knew, I knew I had something there. And within, very quick amount of time, it was being produced.